So class, as after the discovery of electron proton, the question arise that what sort of structure does these particles form inside the atom. Now, till Dalton atomic theory, we know that atom is the smallest unit. So there will be no structure inside the atom. But now, here two particles are present inside the atom. So the question arises, what is the arrangement of these particles? So let us begin the arrangement of the particles, or let us start with the structure of atom. That what is actually the structure of atom? So to discover the structure of atom, many scientists came up with the lots of ideas. So among them, one of the scientists whose name was J.J. Thomson gave the first model, and that model was called as plum pudding model. So in plum pudding model, what he said that, so that atom is he assumed that atom is a positively charged sphere. So this is positively charged sphere, and inside it electrons are embedded, and these circles represents the electrons. Okay. So, and this model is called plum pudding model, which was given by Dalton, J.J. Thomson. Which was given by J.J. Thomson. And he compared this model with the watermelon which we eat. So he compared the watermelon, that this part is the red edible part of the watermelon, and these electrons are the seed of the watermelon. As he as in this model, he said that the number of atoms, that the number of electrons and the number of protons are equal. So he explained the electrically neutral atom. That atom is electrically neutral because he keep number of electrons and number of protons in equal number. But the major drawback of this model is that this model could not explain the result of many experiments done by the scientists like Rutherford and many scientists. So that's why this model was not explain the clear structure of atom. Yes, class. So now after J.J. Thomson, the next model was given by Rutherford model and given by Rutherford. So before study the Rutherford model, we will study two things. So in Rutherford experiment, what he did, he take two things. The first one is alpha particles and the second one is gold thin layer sheet. So the alpha particles, let us understand what is alpha particles. So the alpha particles is nothing, they are positively charged particles just like proton, positive charged particles. But the charge of this particle is +2 and the mass of the particle is 4 unit. And they took this particle because this particle has tendency to penetrate through the matter. Okay, it can pass through the matter, any matter. And again, the second one is gold foil, or he took the gold thin sheet. Why gold sheet? Because gold has the property of malleability. We can convert the gold in a smaller or in a thin sheet, right? So here he took two things. The first one is alpha particle and the second one is thin layer sheet. So let us understand the structure of model, structure of so here you can see this is the setup of the experiment done by the Rutherford, in which he took the beam of alpha particles, and here this is the gold leaf, or we can say gold thin sheet, and this is the screen which is made up of zinc sulfide screen, and through this screen they recorded everything and get everything on computer screen, right? So what happened in this screen, when the beam of alpha particle passed through the gold foil, he observed some observation, and the observation were like that. Here you can see that there are some alpha particles which passed. Here you can see these alpha particles which passed straight through the foil, and there are some particle which were deflected by some angle. So here you can see these are some deflected alpha particles, and the third one, very few alpha particles were completely bounced back. So here you can see this alpha particle were completely bounced back, right? So, from this observation, he concluded that the first one, the alpha particle which passed straight through the matter, represents that there is some empty space present inside the atom. Because if atom will be solid, then what happened? Then alpha particle hit strongly solid atom, and what happened? There will be some change in its direction, but here it does not happen. So it is clearly said that the atom consists some free space. So from the first observation he said that in the atom, inside the atom, some free space is present. Free space is present. Now, in the second observation, where the many of the alpha particles were deflected from some small angle or some large angle, you can see over here some particles deflected from the large angle and some alpha particles deflected from the small angle. Here this is the smaller angle and this is the large angle. So from this observation, he concluded that the atom, that there is some positive charge present inside the center of the atom. As we all know, opposite charge attract each other and similar charge repel each other. So here you can see the alpha particle is positively charged particles. That's why it